Hey. This is my crosscut sled. It's a big one, and it only goes down one side of the miter track on my table saw. Now I can crosscut large pieces of plywood. Here's how I built it. So this crosscut sled is really just three pieces. You see that miter track piece, the big piece, and then this fence piece. And you want to make sure it's 90 degrees to that cut edge. I'm using 3/4 inch MDF, medium density fiberboard. It's really straight, really flat, stays flat, easy to work with. You just don't want to breathe it, so wear a mask. This 2-inch piece that I'm ripping is going to be the fence edge that will run 90 degrees to the saw edge. The miter slot is 3/4 of an inch, but you want to make sure you actually cut it just bigger and then just slowly step down until you get it just perfect. I would highly recommend also using a practice piece. Cut that one first before you cut the one that you intend to use. There's lots of different materials you can use in this miter slot. I prefer plywood, hardwood, or when I can use it, or when I can get my hands on it, cutting board material, just like you see right now. Perfect fit. Pennies. I'm just using the pennies as shims. This is CA glue. Oh, I love this glue. It's so good. It's basically just super glue. Be careful, it will bind to your skin instantaneously. This is the activator. You just spray it on the other side of what you're gluing, and when you push the two pieces together, it dries really quickly. And dry. Boom. Now I am going to reinforce this with a few screws. You want to make sure you countersink, pre-drill, and make sure you don't have screws that are going too deep. These screws are 1 inch. After cutting that nice finish edge that will always be up against that blade, you just want to pop in one nail, and now that whole piece can pivot there. Now all you have to do is take a square with a straight edge, line everything up, pop another nail in it, secure it with a few more screws, and that's it. You have a crosscut sled. Now you're going to want to check to see how square this will cut. So I just recommend taking a piece of scrap, cut on one edge, flip it over along the same fenced side edge, make another cut. Measure the diagonals. 32¼ inches plus a hair. The other diagonal, 32¼ inches plus a hair. I usually add a chamfer at the bottom edge to keep the sawdust from building up and getting in the way. I usually do this before I install the fence, but I forgot, and so I'm just going to take my razor blade and cut out that little groove. And there you have it, my crosscut sled. So simple, so precise.